Okay. I call this meeting to order at 7:01 PM, August 10th, 2021. Clerk Larson, will you please do the
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here, roll call.
Trustee Dobro? Here. Trustee Kirby?
Here.
Trustee LaFredo?
Present.
Trustee Repa?
Here.
Supervisor Bauman?
Here.
Also present, Highway Supervisor Bob Kula and Attorney Megan Mack.
Do we have any public comments tonight? Once, twice, 3 times. How about reports? Anybody want to give a report? Only thing I probably want to say, for the past 2 months, I've been going to quite a few Lake County paratransit meetings, and they have been really interesting to see how they're trying to develop a transit system in Lake County where it's borderless, where instead of just going where you were able to go before, you're going to be able to go anywhere in Lake County. And it was great because I was able to hear from the people who want to put it together and the committee who wants to put it together. But last week I went to a meeting, and there were actually 2 meetings, but I was in person. And on Zoom or in person, people who ride the transit system, who ride some form of public transportation, had the opportunity to give input on how they thought it should work, what they thought they were doing, and how it was all going to play out to benefit Lake County residents. And I thought that was so important because no matter how many times we think we have a great idea, whether we are a board, a trustee board, or a county board, we have to remember to take into account the people who are using the programs the most. We have to continue to encourage community members to be a part of our township, and if they have something going on. I'm really proud of our finance committee. Today we had new members that joined our committee, and it's a great committee. Having a community finance committee made up of trustees and the community, I think is one of the best things that we have done, is they're able to look on the outside into our meetings, into our finances, and give us a different perspective. So that's all I really want to say is how important it is just that we keep on encouraging community members to come to our meetings or to be a part of any kind of program that the township is putting on. Thank you. Anybody else? Nope. Can
I just want to make a comment. I wanted to, Crystal, I really appreciated your report and the listing gave us a clarification on what the size of the document issues with the FOIAs. I think that really helps because FOIAs is so much more than just sending information. It has a burden to it. And I thought that was really great to see that. And as always, Bob, I love your reports, just so you know. I think you do an awesome job with them. And I also like the addition of just more clarification about the Rebuild Illinois Fund. And so I just thought this was excellent. So just to give you guys a little bit of feedbacks, it is a lot of information, but it's really interesting. And I also appreciated the bond distribution. And it's very interesting to me how the bond the bond distribution can range from 1,000 something, and then we got a top one in the 51,000. That shows why we cannot really compare townships. That's another just avenue that is so hard to compare townships. When we talk about salaries and we talk about the burden of those salaries to a township, for some townships, those burdens of salaries do not exist in the scheme of things for them. But for others like ours, it is a burden for us, and we have to think about everything. So anyways, I just want to make those comments, I don't want to know, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is there place in this, starting in this bus?
For anybody but
Not
you.
looking for, food line.
Like a member's remark.
Yeah, you could discuss that during the highway department's report.
Yeah.
Just verbal addendum is fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're good.
She's forgetting her role.
I forgive. Sorry.
Back in, and I don't know if you guys, you know, this is I spoke about, down the road, they're gonna need cash. That's one year, emergency trucks. Josh, and then I get one. Name is the two trucks in question, be in need of some repair and money into it and send them to auction. So there's a couple facts that have to happen for the line to the right. The state just awarded the new state bid for trucks to a company called Warner Brothers. August 7th, just awarded. So it hasn't been done in a couple of years. So now there's the availability for us to purchase a truck without having to go through the bidding process because the state is doing it on our behalf. That's just kind of management system services. So it's a great way to purchase things without having to go through that necessary change. Going out to bid back to it's really done under I think it's about the state. So so that I just talked to I'm just trying to find out everything roll of this. First of all, if you guys are open to it. Secondly, if the truck is it would have to be a truck off the lot because right now vehicles those trucks about 30 for wait that long. Trucks the same size trucks that we use on the lot. It just has to be, and of course, it has to be the truck that we want. I mean, I'm not going to do it just to get a truck, but I'd rather not spend money on a truck. These old ones, and I think when these old ones go to auction, I believe they're going to pay those two trucks are probably paying $8. So, I don't do with us because if they have a truck, if it's what we want, we have to move right along here. I actually going up as a small auction over, so we gave it these two trucks quite quickly. But again, everything has to fall in order. You guys have to agree with the person. I know the history of the trucks. I wanted to, I know and Bruce we're talking about, these are stall trucks, one of 2007, I actually see they're both 2007, so they've seen 13 winters. The rest, when the international has a one that's not $500, it's the big $500,000. It's like $3,000 or $4,000. It's kind of if it's possible. Maybe this doesn't work out, but if possible.
You thinking about selling the 207s for one truck? Or
Yeah.
maybe two? Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we're starting one, yeah. We've become more efficient at making one truck more versatile for one things. So we have an extra truck that we have to maintain. We'll still have more trucks than cell blowers.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not.
So I know with the microchip shortage right now, that all the car lots you go around, they're empty. And so I think it's a great seller's market, but I also know that it's probably a terrible buyer's market.
It is, but again, this is where it's different, you know, because when we buy through the state bid, the price difference is, you know, when we bought a John Deere 021. The guy that we bought it through the state bid, the guy was up front with back hall, and he has some information, he's happy to share the information with me, so quite frankly, you know, if you want to buy it, it's your, I don't make 5 cents on it. Save it more. Go ahead. If you want it, go ahead. So the cost difference, even in a, and I agree with you because it is seller's market right now. The cost difference for the state bid, and going out is different.
So when me and you talked, you thought maybe a $15,000 out of pocket that the township would have to
By the
pay.
time it's all said and done, yeah, you know, if we sell the 2 trucks in the auction, we obviously can't use that money right away. It's not really- But it goes into the fund, but in the end, you know, we're making this much, paying this much in the end, you know.
Are you, is this just to make us aware of this, and then we'll get some documentation to look at, and then at the
Yes.
next meeting, we may be expected to vote on
Over
this?
the next- Yes, listen, I'm not, hey, approve this tonight, no. I just wanted to get this in your head to think about it. Over the next few weeks, as I get a cost for the truck, I'll send it off, just email it off, just so I think I can do that, right? Just don't reply to it, you know, just something that I just wanted to by the book.
Does CMS handle the bidding, like that we put our trucks out to bid, or is that third party? Or auction, excuse me.
Auction, no, auction is something that's the other, I guess, the other part of the equation here. I guess we have to have meeting like a, right in the public,
Electors,
Yeah.
the electors, say, okay.
And then if we have to fix the trucks, you said it was between.
Well, right now,
Five.
yeah, well, it's both trucks, the 5-yard, the bigger truck is the old. So it's gonna be some kind of retrofit with the company, and then we have, and you get the PTO, all that, everything, it's just on and on. So everything, nothing comes off, with an impact. So, it's a little bit aggressive. So, and then the other one needs, maintenance. So it just, and again, I'll do it if I have to, because of the trucks, but I think financially it makes sense to report on these 2.
And you would try and go for the October auction.
The October auction for October, I think it's October 9th, there's mid-October, there's a municipal auction that will not pass the meter. So we have the ability to do that. We can also put it on their online auction, but I find, and I've found past it, especially in October, we had a couple of farm trucks. They do look nice. It's October, and it's a seller's market. They're going to be.
Do you know what was the date that we had to have our submission in? I thought there was a cutoff date for us to be able to put something into the auction.
There is. These are things, again, this is just thrown at me in the last 2 weeks. I have to call Bill over it.
Right.
Find out exactly when the cutoff is.
I think there's some strategy we need to think about too, because just what you were saying, we need to have the electors approve the dissolving of equity. So the calling a town hall in order to do that